So, welcome to another episode of Soundtrack of Our Lives. I'm here with Louise Campton, who runs Primary Goal, and you're going to tell us a little bit about what you do and what they do.
Okay, so Primary Goal was set up in 2015 to help people train using all of the IT that they have available in their jobs. We train a lot of teachers across the country to use the technology in the classroom to be able to give the children the best learning experience.
So this is to try and make sure that the teachers actually do know more than the kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the kids are pretty tech savvy nowadays, aren't they? They don't get caught out.
Yeah, and those with special needs or different languages, they use the technology to be aligned and to get the same learning experience. And we use the apprenticeship levy, so it's all fully funded for the schools.
So who would want to use your services? It would be predominantly schools and...
Schools or businesses, those that are trying to use Microsoft, Google or Apple technology within their day-to-day jobs, looking at AI, which is a massive area, and how they can embrace that and kind of look at the challenges around it and make sure that they're using it to greater good.
Yeah, and I'll, as I say with everyone, I'll put all the details of your business and the social media channels for it in the description, so if anyone does need to get in touch with you, they can.
Yeah.
And then you'll be able to help them out, or someone on your team will be able to help them out, and that will be that.
Perfect.
Okay, and then we're just going to jump straight in to your first choice, which is to pow China in your hand. You must have a big hand, but...
Yeah, this one was because my best friend at primary school, Kelly, who I think all of these songs relate to be fair, but she sent me the first little album, the single record, and she bought it for me, and I'll never forget it. It was my best present ever.
Yeah, so she bought you that song. Was that your first single that you'd ever got?
It was my first ever single, yeah.
It's always a bit special, isn't it, when it's the first one you ever get?
Yeah.
Whether you buy it yourself or you get given as a gift.
And I didn't know that she knew that I loved it so much, so, and I can even remember the road and the point in time that she gave it to me. It's so special.
Yeah. We won't mention the road because that gives away location a bit much, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, fantastic song. And your second choice is, everybody must love Madonna. You've picked Crazy for You.
I have, and this was all about love. So I remember so many times going to on holidays abroad. Holidays like in Cornwall or whatever, Isle of Wight, where you go with your family.
Yeah.
And at the end of the evening, they would have a slow dance, and they always used to play Crazy for You. And I used to think, one day I'll be slow dancing with somebody all in love.
Yeah.
So that was my song for that one.
It was a dream, that dream, isn't it? Of finding that
fairy
special,
tale of finding the special one.
Yeah. And we're rattling through these very quickly, right? Your third song, which is Nena, 99 Red Balloons.
I know, and this goes back to, it says for your best friend again, and I always remember myself and Kelly used to sit on the swings opposite my mum and dad's for hours and bout this one out. We just used to sing and sing 99 Red Balloons. So we're going to have to circulate this podcast to Kelly Kelly Tatlow I'm saying, but you are now Kelly Wright. But yeah, all of these songs are about her really.
Yeah, we'll make sure we tag her in when it goes on socials and stuff. Yeah. And so whereabouts was this part where you used to sit and?
So opposite my mum and dad's, in Balgreen, there was a park, and we just used to sit there and talk about like dreams and sing songs, and that was the one that we used to always sing. So yeah, great memories, and we're still best friends now, so it's lovely.
It's been a long-standing friendship then.
Yes.
Back from when
since
you were
we were 11.
11.
Yeah.
So when you started secondary school.
It was starting secondary school. So although the question was primary, she was the first person that the teacher must have known something we didn't, because I had left another school because I was bullied a little bit for having ginger hair, and she put me into this classroom and literally introduced me to Kelly. Sat me next door to, like, literally next to her, and we both had matching braces and permed hair. And we've been friends ever since, best friends ever since. So yeah, she must have known
that there was something there, definitely.
Yeah.
And so when you went to secondary school, or you moved off because of what was going on.
Yeah.
And sometimes as well, I think when you start in a new school, it can be quite daunting, can't it?
Oh, it's horrendous. I literally knew nobody. So I'd chosen my secondary school. Because everybody from my primary went there, so I thought, loads of friends, and it was just a real sort of horrible environment, and people, the girls, all the rest of it. It was an all-girls school, so we know what girls can be like when they get to that stage. So one of my cousins went to Foxford, which was the school that I ended up going to, and then on that first day, like I say, it was introduced to her, and literally we have been inseparable ever since. So it's really lovely.
Yeah, just meant to be.
Meant to be, yeah, fate.
It's funny how things work, isn't it? But very good. Your fourth song is from a pretty famous movie, isn't it? Flashdance.
It is.
Irene, Cara. Is that? I don't think I've seen this film. Is it the one with a welding mask or something?
It is.
That right?
It is that one. But prior to that, there was another film which was called Girls Just Want to Have Fun, and that starred Sarah Jessica Parker. Is that the right name? Sarah Jessica Parker from Sex and the City.
Whichever one it is.
Sex and the City.
And the City, yeah.
So she was in this movie which was called Girls Just Want to Have Fun, and me and Kelly used to watch it over and over again. And this one night, her mum recorded over it with Through the Keyhole.
Back in the old VHS days.
And we went round to put it on, and we were like, oh, how could you do this? And so then
you didn't break the tab on the tape, did you? So to stop them recording.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, it stops them recording over then, but yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No. So that was one of the ones. We had Cocktail, usually anything to do with Tom Cruise. Top Gun, Cocktail, and that one, the Girls Just Want to Have Fun. But yeah, for me, Flashdance was a different level. We liked Fame as well. There was a bit of a dance theme going on.
Yeah.
But for me, the Flashdance song was always about a feeling inside and kind of wanting to do more and pushing through your fear and achieving your dreams regardless of like whatever anyone else thinks of you or holding you down or whatever. So that was the one we'd always jump onto the dance floor to, and again that was Kelly again.
Yeah, and that song in particular ties in a lot with your business and
with Primary Goal,
the adversity that you've faced. I mean, I think I've known you 10 years-ish.
Yeah, longer, I think.
Maybe longer. I'm trying to work out when we were both on a mastermind group at some point in the past, weren't we?
Yeah.
And this is just at the infancy of your business that you've got now. And we've worked together over the years. I used to work in IT and we've done some bits on technology side and whatever. And seeing it go from just an idea to a £2 million business now.
Yeah, I think it's going to be starting to make its way towards 3 million.
Yeah.
It's very exciting, and I've got the right people in there. But you kind of helped me immensely during that process around HubSpot and systems. God, every Christmas I used to have to go through all my data because I didn't have time during the working day, and I'd definitely say that resilience is probably one of the key factors that you'd associate with me on my journey in Primary Goal, and still learning every day really, and going from strength to strength as a team, individually learning and growing and pushing yourself past boundaries. They always exist. It doesn't matter how many you get through, there's always more.
Yeah, there's always another one just round the corner, isn't there?
Yeah.
Or a curveball that you don't expect, or something happens that you hadn't budgeted for.
Absolutely,
but
you've got
just got to keep getting on with it.
And trust the process is the one thing that I would say to any entrepreneur or business owner is there's a process, and sometimes that might be a 10-year process, and you cannot skip the stages. You know, you read about the Facebook owner who just went from 0 to 100 million and overnight. There is no such thing as an overnight success. No. There's lots of years that go in to build it, to understand it, to plan it, to strategize it, to execute it, and That's...
And I think, and also before we go on to your last song, I think just a lot of business owners, as they start out, and I've seen, I don't run a business like you do, but I've seen what goes on, and a lot of people might hit a roadblock and panic or stop or give up, and actually that seems to be the thing that you have to go past it.
Yeah, there's a great quote if you're on LinkedIn today actually by Stephen Bartlett, and it talks about quitting. So if you're thinking about quitting, and believe me, there's been a million times I could have quit. I don't think I ever thought about it. I don't know. In realist terms, did I think that I was actually going to walk away? Probably not.
No.
I would always, because someone had invested in me, I was so passionate about making sure his investment came to something.
Yeah.
I think if it was just me, I'd have maybe thought about quitting more. But there's this on LinkedIn today, which you'll have to circulate, there's a quote from Stephen Bartlett, and it's like a flow chart, and it just literally tells you whether or not to quit. And ultimately, if you think that your business is good, it's got legs, it's you know, it's worth it, then you stick at it and you work a way around it. And I would definitely say to every business owner, get yourself a mentor, someone who's in the similar industry, who can help navigate the challenges, because I fell into every single hole because I was a careers advisor by trade. All I cared about was helping people. That's what's in me.
Yeah.
If you look at what's it called, colours of careers, I'm a yellow, which means that you want to help people. So that's quite different to a CEO.
Yeah.
CEOs are very hardened people.
Yeah.
So I'm still learning to be one of them.
Yeah, and it's not an easy thing to go against your natural instincts and personality, is it? So,
no.
But then you have to surround yourself with people that have got
Absolutely.
those skills and things. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your final choice, and I love this song.
I think we've jumped up at the same time, Neil, and danced to this one. I think everyone has.
Absolutely, yeah. This is Tiffany. Think We're Alone Now.
I love it. Love it. She's a redhead. She is just amazing in this song, and every single time it will make me hit the dance floor. Even my daughter jumps up and dances to it. So it's one of them that just I think everyone loves.
Everybody loves Tiffany. It's probably not your sort of film, Ted. You know, with the little Ted who's a bit.
I've watched it, and it's a bit it's good. It's good, yeah.
But there's a scene in that film with the creepy "Are You Kidnaps Ted" dancing to this song, which is it's amusing and disturbing in equal measures. But every time I see it, I just can't stop laughing. It's just so funny.
It's a boy film a little bit.
It is a bit of a lad's film, yeah. But that's it. We've rattled through them in pretty quick time there, Lou. I think that's the shortest episode, actually.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. Not a problem. The other thing I would say is, well, I don't know if you want to talk about your TED Talk a little bit, because you've done a TED Talk.
Yeah, I've done a TED Talk. I think so the audience that this is naturally going to be cascaded to is about startup businesses. You know, you come in as a startup owner, you know nothing, like that's literally, but you've got a dream, and that dream isn't impossible to achieve. You know, it really isn't. And there's people like me, there's lots of other people who are just like me that are willing to help you. So don't be afraid to reach out and make your dream become that reality. And there's so many things that can happen on that journey, good and bad. Like literally in one day, in the early days of Primary Goal, I'd go from, you know, the absolute, you know, success down to the bottom of depths of despair, because things would happen literally within like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, because it could be that
so
life changing.
Yeah,
you know, I've got the funding, I've lost the funding, I've got more funding, I've got a different part of funding, and it's all of those things. And as your business grows and if you can become resilient and ride those waves, and the waves will get smaller because they won't be able to kind of destroy your vision so quickly, and that takes time. But to get to that stage, you've got to surround yourself by people who believe in the power of startups and don't look at you and say, you know, just get a job, just go and get a job. You know, why aren't you just in a normal job, or why do you think you're something special? And you will find that your circle of friends change, the people who they just don't believe in you for whatever reason, and you've got to believe in yourself, and that's tough, and you've got to go on a journey with yourself to believe that this is achievable. And you know, if you don't believe in this in here, you're onto a hiding to nothing. So you end up surrounding yourself with totally different people probably than what you started the journey with, and those that end up still on the same journey with you are pretty special because they believe in you as well, and they help you ride that storm.
That's it.
So surrounding yourself with people is good people, not just anyone, but good people who believe in you and that vision is everything. That's kind of my message. And also to surround yourself with people who have got the skill sets that you don't have. I think one thing that I bring to the table that I've never met anybody else that does actually is that I'm willing to get people, I deliberately go out to find people better than me. I will fill my team with people who are so much better than me, and in each of their specialism areas.
Yeah.
Never ever hold people back, never try and push them down so that you're the good one. Don't believe in any of that. You've got to, people will want to work with you if you like literally empower them and let them fly, and they will be taking your business, you know, to greatness as
the
well.
whole thing, won't they?
Yeah.
It's like, why would you take someone on who's an expert in AI and then keep telling them what they can and can't do, when you just like, well, I want them to do what they do in that field, and then that bit will just grow and improve, won't it? So.
Absolutely, and if they've got all of those ideas, they should be able to shout about them. They shouldn't have to, I shouldn't take them from them and then say, because I'm founder, I'm going to say this. Don't believe in that. I want every single person that's got something good to give to my business to fly, and I think that's what makes it unique.
Yeah, cool. Okay, well, thank you very much for coming in and recording.
Thank you for having me.
All right, cheers.